And out of all the candidates running for mayor or everything else, the reason I'm running for police commissioners, I'm the only one that has a plan. They don't have a plan. Everybody talks to, one second, man. Everybody talks to, let's get more police officers on the street. And they think, okay, we need more police officers. We probably do. But the thing is, if I told you tomorrow that there's going to be 100 people working the cash register at McDonald's, you're going to say, well, that's not going to help me get my ordering faster. Well, if I tell you we're going to have 10,000 more police officers tomorrow, that's not going to make you safer. What are they going to be doing? We respond to 9/11 calls. And then what happens when somebody calls 9/11? The crime's already happened. It's too late. I want to get there before the crimes happen, like Bill Bradden did in New York and Los Angeles. I think we can dramatically reduce crime. But what happens? The proactive groups they have, like Gang Squad or whatever, they do away with.
Right.
And they say, we're going to put you back on patrol so you can answer calls after the call comes in, after the crimes happen, instead of before the crime happens. Your question about kids hanging out in gas stations, that wouldn't have happened 20 years ago.
That's right.
And I came on and answered your question about, the reason I came on the police department in the first place is I had an uncle in the Teamsters who was good friends with Buddy Battle, and Buddy Battle was best friends with Coleman Young. And so I was involved in all that, and that's when I came on the job, because I wanted to do something, and I was assigned to the Livernois and Elmhurst precinct when I first came on. But back then, you didn't have the kids taking over the gas stations. Why?
Right.
The police officers would go up there, if they saw it, they take care of it. Now, what the police chief does and the administration does, what the police chief does now is they say, okay, we're having trouble at this gas station. We need you to go up there, and they'll have a sign-in sheet. So the police go in there and they sign the sheet, and then they leave, and the kids leave when the police come in and sign the sheet. What happens 5 minutes later?
Right back.
They're right back, because they're not solving the problem, because we don't have proactive.
What you gonna do when you take the kids to jail? They just sit there, do their time, come out, get jail smart, and come out and do more. When they lock the babies up, they don't teach them shit. Okay? They don't do nothing but sit there and learn more dirt. They just lock down. They not getting no education. Half of them don't have no education. They drop out when their mama can't get them out of bed no more. And then they just come out and just be bigger criminals until they get killed.
No, you're absolutely right, and one of the reasons for this is back in the 80s, they started what they called this war on drugs. It's not a war on drugs. Half the people in jails in the United States are for nonviolent drug offenses. And all they're learning is how to be bigger criminals when they come out. You're exactly right. They found out that the best way to stop recidivism, people committing crimes, is probation, because probation is like a hammer over your head. You got 5. It's not putting people in jail. We're not teaching them anything in jail.
You know what you should do? I have a suggestion. Bring the big phone back.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was on the job when before.
There's nobody there with the big phone.
And you know what? And a lot of it was.
But after they crack one of your grandson's heads, then you're going to be saying get rid of it.
No, and a lot of the thing wasn't the big four do anything. A lot of it had to do with people were more afraid of the police then. Back then, I don't know if it was because of reputation or whatever, you could pull up to a corner and people would leave. Now, they look at you like, what are you going to do to me?
Right.
Because there's no threat of... What happens now is, let's say someone gets stopped without they have a suspended license. So when they get stopped by the police, what do they tell the police? They say, I don't have a driver's license.
Right.
Why do they do that? Because if they say I have a suspended license, they're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
If they say I don't have a license, there's no jail space, the police aren't going to take them in. With all the crime in this city, arrests are down 500 so far this year, and at the lowest level it's been in 10 years. The arrests are down.
But crime increases.
Crime is increasing. But then again, we are just trying to answer police runs. And when someone calls 911, people are only caught at 2% of the time. You only catch people 2% of the time from 911 calls.
I don't see how they catch any, because they don't get there till 2 or 3 hours or the
Yeah.
next day later. Or the next day later.
Hang on 1 second.
And we all know
Now the police department has what they call CAN 04 runs. And I tell you, I as a police officer answer those. You come into work, they give you a sheet of paper and they say, these are police runs that you need to answer. And I would knock on people's doors and I would say, did you call about a robbery? And they would say, 4 days ago.
Yeah, right.
They would send me out, and you know how embarrassing that is for me. know, because it's not the police officer's fault, it's the system's fault. But if they have a better 9/11 system, you know, a lot of cities we have more per capita police officers than most cities in the country. Why? It's not the money. The police department budget is $450 million. Half the city budget goes to police and EMS. Then why doesn't police and EMS work? It's the management, it's how you're spending the money. And they look at just answering police runs and not solving crimes, not getting people off the street corners, and not getting the open air drug markets done. And the breaking and enterings, that's the
Do
problem.
you realize that we know of women that have been raped and they go to a police station, they can't even get inside the station?
Every time you listen to the chief of police talk, they talk about community policing. They say, we love community policing. And they lock all the damn police stations.
Yeah.
Every police station's locked. Now, a police station should be a sanctuary. If somebody is being chased by somebody, you should be able to go in and run inside the lobby of a police station and be safe.
They tell them to hang up the phone and leave your information and
leave
call,
the information.
we'll get back with, and the woman was raped, the woman had just been
And
raped.
we're paying $450 million a year for that type of service. It's not necessary. It's poor management. So if there's any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If not, I hope I have your support. The name's Jamie Fields.
Jamie Fields?
Yes.
You
Jamie
can bring any
Fields.
flyers or anything with you? Or?
No, I didn't. I'm remiss in that. But next time, hopefully, I'll have some. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.